Welcome back to the O Show, everything crypto every day. Let's go.
Thank you, everyone. Welcome back. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and set alerts. Let's go ahead and first talk about Solana, because y'all know I am just so excited with Solana's recent price action. And could we actually hit $100? Well, I think that is possible. So right now, RSI is telling me that we are going to get a pullback because we are an overbought. We are correcting. MACD also looks like it wants to bear cross and head down, which is also a bit bearish. So we're here at about $74. And I anticipated for a drop about at $69.80 and then breaking $75, $74, and then climbing all the way up to $100. I do think $100 is possible. However, with Bitcoin correcting right now, we might not get Solana at $100 right away. So where are we going? What's going to happen? Well, with this current bearish action on the daily, I think we're going to break support at about $74 and test $70. If we break below 70, then you can expect $66. Once that support area is broken, I would be cautious, and I would also watch for $58 with a possible swing wick low to $53.68. However, if we sustain bullish, I think we will still get that drop to $70, get back above 74 and continue our climb up. Again, you guys, when Bitcoin is bearish, we see alts be bearish as well. Also looking at the 4-hour chart, the 4-hour chart is confirming that we could lose support of the EMA 30, which would bring us to this area at about $65. So that's what I would be looking for today. As far as buy areas, I do have bids set here at about $45 to $37. I doubt we will get it, but it's always good to set some buy the dip bids. Our next story is absolutely outstanding. You guys know I'm immensely bullish on El Salvador utilizing Bitcoin as legal tender. Please keep in mind that the president of El Salvador understands that there's a lot of small businesses and people that do not have access to maybe cell phones and other things to utilize Bitcoin. So he is not forcing those small businesses to accept Bitcoin. But let's talk about the people that will be utilizing Bitcoin and how El Salvador is going to handle that. So El Salvador to open ATMs, kiosks for Bitcoin exchanges. The facilities are going to open on September 7th and are going to allow citizens to convert Bitcoin into the US dollar and then withdraw those in cash, which is absolutely outstanding. There is going to be 200 ATMs, 50 kiosks on September 7th. And again, they're going to be able to convert Bitcoin into US dollars and then withdraw those dollars in cash, which I think is super exciting. And it's going to be done through the government's Shivo app. A lot of people are probably not super happy about it because it's going to be a government app. But at the same time, we have to come to a middle ground with the government. Furthermore, the president stated, our town pays $400 million a year in commissions on remittances, which could be erased with Bitcoin. I'm here for that, you guys. Also, too, a Salvadorian abroad would be able to send money instantly to their relative in El Salvador. You can send Bitcoin if you want. You can send dollars if you want. You guys, this is so exciting, especially for me to hear. I have so many friends growing up that their families were in Mexico or El Salvador or in other places. And in order to send them money, it caused such a big headache. It was expensive. It was just a big novella to do so. But the fact that the president of El Salvador understands this and he knows that they're paying $400 million a year in commissions on remittances, he is utilizing Bitcoin to help ease that problem. When you send money overseas, P2P, to a family member or friend or whatever it is with cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, it's almost instant. And you don't have to have these lengthy wait times. Once you have your Bitcoin, you can go ahead and do whatever you want with it. I think this is outstanding, and I'm very, very bullish on Bitcoin being utilized in other countries as well. Next, we've got to talk about Bitcoin, guys. We have to talk about her because she is correcting. So we are getting a bit of a pullback here at about $49,448, which makes sense because we are hitting an area of resistance with the VPVR. And also, too, this was part of the weekly analysis that we had discussed. We are currently testing the EMA 9, which it's looking like we are going to fall. Market Cipher also printed a red dot. And again, you guys, I am still long. And even if we drop down to the EMA 30 at about $44,000, I will still be okay because I've got my stop set way, way below that. So I anticipated for us to actually get a little bit more bullish and be able to break above this $50,000 area of resistance, but it's not happening, and that's okay. Nothing is supposed to play out the way you expect it to all the time. And I'm here for that. It's part of the learning experience. But it is looking like we are going to have a correction. My bottom area for Bitcoin would be at about 44.3, this area of support here. If we break below the EMA 30, then we can probably look closer to $40,000, which would be fine, and I will be buying the dip there. I will be stopped out of my position, but it's part of the game. Taking a look at the 4-hour chart, 4-hour chart is confirming this pullback, and it is confirming here to this first area of support about $47,000. And then from there, I would look closer to lower 46, and then obviously $43,900, $44,000, which makes sense. Either way, I do not think that we are in a bear market. I think we're just having a little bit of a correction, and this is healthy. A bullish scenario would be for us to drop down to this area here, about 47,000, possibly down here to the EMA 21 at 45.5, and then get bullish and head back up. I do think that we will hit $55,000, and I do think we will hit major resistance there with a pullback. This story is from CoinGeek. Blockchain advocates in U.S. Congress bring back Blockchain Regulatory Certainty Act. Let's talk about what the heck this is and why it is a positive thing. First and foremost, the bill has been brought back with some amendments, and it is a bipartisan effort. So we have Rep. Tom Emmer, which is a Republican from MN, and Rep. Darren Soto, which is a Democrat from FL. And it was initially presented at the start of 2019. But let's actually talk about what the heck this bill is. So according to the article, they aim to provide a safe harbor for firms that don't hold assets of their users in order to prevent them from being swept up in legislation that could otherwise see them regulated to the same standards as money service businesses. Cryptocurrencies are not money service businesses any way, shape, or form. They are currency. It is completely different. They need to be treated differently because with cryptocurrency, we're not just utilizing it as money. They have utilities. Some are for gaming, some are for NFTs, some are for building. It just really kind of depends what currency it is, and the United States government and other entities need to figure that out. A direct quote from Emmer. Certain blockchain developers and service providers like miners and multi-signature service providers should not have to register as money transmitters because they never custody consumer funds. And it's 100% correct here. He is on the money. Another thing, you guys, he's also asked for the IRS to get their stuff together and figure things out because the IRS is not providing good clarity at all on tax implications for holding forked assets, digital assets created as a result of a hard fork on the blockchain, etc. So the United States government, if they want to impose regulations on us, they need to give us clear guidelines. These guys get paid a lot of money, and they need to do better. And I'm just happy that this is a bipartisan effort here. And of course, big shout out to the massive Chad himself, MichaelSaylor. So MichaelSaylor's MicroStrategy buys another 177 million of Bitcoin. The business intelligence firm is buying Bitcoin again after a brief lull. Probably the most interesting thing about this is that he had the opportunity to buy Bitcoin at like 43,000, even in these low areas here at like 30,000, but he chose to kind of buy almost at the top. However, things don't always work out the way we want them to, and we have to kind of go with the flow. So in this tweet here, that MichaelSaylor tweeted out, MicroStrategy has purchased an additional 3,907 Bitcoins for $177 million in cash at an average price of $45,294 per Bitcoin. As of August 23rd, we hold, I love how he used HODL, 108,992 Bitcoin acquired for $2.918 billion at an average price of 26,769 Bitcoin. So again, he's dollar cost averaging, and he is a good example to follow that dollar cost averaging tends to work because the average price of purchase per Bitcoin is only $26,769,000. Shout out to MichaelSaylor for being the hero that we need. Let's now talk a little bit about NFTs. Previously unseen Kobe Bryant photos set for NFT auction. Proceeds go to charity. Early career photos of the late NBA star will be auctioned as Ethereum NFTs to benefit Mamba and the Mamacita Sports Foundation. Cryptograph will release photos of the late NBA star Kobe Bryant as NFT collectibles. The 8 photos were shot in 1999. And again, all proceeds go to help his charity. This is a very emotional thing because I know how many people Kobe Bryant touched as a star. He was a very well-known NBA star, and he did a lot of charitable things, especially for people in Los Angeles. And this is just an example of how awesome NFTs are. They're utilizing this technology to go ahead and raise money, which I'm 100% here for. Not only that, the money will probably be set up, the NFTs will probably be set up in a way to where royalties every time these NFTs are bought, sold, or traded on the secondary market will be able to provide royalties and money to this charity. This is why NFTs are so awesome. Yes, you can always screen cap these images of Bryant, but at the same time, you guys, you don't actually have ownership of them. Somebody else does. And honestly, if you're doing that and not donating to this charity, I would probably reevaluate what you're doing. Y'all know I support charities. And lastly, we have to give a shout out to our sponsors over at FTX. Well, FTX US, in fact. So FTX Bankman-Fried remains cautious about nascent NFT space. So basically, Sam is talking about being showing caution when it comes to NFTs because NFTs are going absolutely bonkers. People are paying a lot of money for them, etc. So this is fine to be cautious, and I think it's great advice that he's giving. We don't know where NFTs are going to be going in the future. We do not know if CryptoPunks will sustain their value, etc. But at the same time, it's a brand new industry. NFTs have finally taken off, and I don't see anything wrong with Sam saying take some caution. As always, you guys, anytime you invest in anything, there is risk associated. Lastly, before you go, you guys, I will be hosting a free meetup along with Haley, who is an awesome crypto attorney, at Angel City Brewery, August 26th, Thursday from 6 to 9 p.m. Drinks and food will be provided on behalf of Lolly. And as always, you guys, make sure you have Lolly installed on your browser because you can earn Bitcoin back by regular daily purchases. Thank you all so much for watching. Promise y'all will see my face later today or tomorrow. No makeup, gang. Have a great rest of your day and happy Taco Tuesday.